bike builders.
We've got a pretty strong chance of winning because our bike's just so different.
3 nations.
I build the bikes I want. I'm opinionated and, I'm right, and anyone who doesn't like it, they're wrong.
1 goal.
Man, that'll be something if I kick Russ's with his own parts.
To be crowned the greatest bike builder in the world. From England, Russell Mitchell.
The American bike build scene doesn't seem to include the word tough.
From Australia, Scotty Cox.
A lot of the Yank bikes, they follow the same theme all the time and just paint them all different colours.
From the USA, Joe Martin.
These builders, and they all got their own thing. I think my bike's gonna win. I think my bike's gonna kick.
The challenge to design and build the world's most radical bike in just 5 short weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the judges,
you are here for the World Biker Build-Off,
the toughest in the business,
at the Rat's Hole Custom Bike Show.
Bike fans.
That bike right there.
Who will win the first World Biker Build-Off? The clock is ticking. Let the builds begin. On bass, Jason Martin. On lead guitar, Joe Martin. The Martin Brothers from Dallas, a garage band that makes more than just music. They make long, lean choppers. Joe builds the bikes.
You see that person going down the road on that bike, they're saying something, they're saying, that's a badass dude.
His brother Jason runs the business.
Joe can make any bike beautiful. He's amazing with what he can do with anything.
Joe left school to play music for a living, but when that didn't happen, he turned to his other passion, cars and bikes.
When I left school, my friends are going to college, that sort of thing, and building these careers. I got on the ball, I had to do something, and I figured I might as well do something that I really want to do. Bike's a little bit different from a car because that's how your body fits in that bike. Yeah, that's much better. It's important to me to fabricate a bike with your own hands. Everything I do is self-taught, but at the same time, I think it's kind of giving me my own edge, my own voice, my own style.
Joe is known for super stretch choppers that push the boundaries of design.
Joe went towards this low crazy look just to make sure that people didn't get us mixed up with everybody else. That's what I'm trying to get to, is just get the M recognized everywhere.
Jason's marketing and management built a thriving business in just 6 years.
I like that.
You know who runs the show here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do some of my own too. So.
It's a partnership that works.
And I don't want to do the same thing on a
Most of the time.
No, you can't argue with me what's cool, man. I've seen you, you're not cool. The typical, we fight like brothers, because we are brothers and we clash, but it's kind of good because it's kind of a good combination.
And I thought that was kind of corny.
Yeah, I like it.
You like that?
It's all right.
I think it's corny. I don't ever win an argument against my brother. That's kind of a no-win situation, though. If I have a battle to pick, I better pick a good one because I'm not going to win many of them.
There's one thing that the brothers agree on. For the World Biker Build-Off, they want to create their longest, lowest, meanest chopper ever, starting with Joe's custom frame.
Trying to achieve a lot of radius lines with the frame. I like the drop seat, kind of going for a drag bike look. Being closer to the ground, I think you naturally have a better feel, you're a little more in control, and it just looks cool.
The centerpiece of Joe Martin's frame is this.
The down tube on that bike was just, I just thought, man, I gotta do something kind of cool. And I just had this idea in the back of my head. And I thought, man, can I pull it off in this time frame that we have to build this bike?
It will take extra time, but he thinks his lightning bolt down tube will create a sensation.
I've never done a down tube that's incorporated this kind of a design, really.
It can't just look good. It has to be the strongest part of the frame.
I just wanted to try something different, and it kind of goes with the theme of the bike, with the flame thing and the point thing and the kind of the devil-looking thing, you know. But it's gotta work as good as it looks. This will be a work of art to get chromed. I think the end result's gonna look pretty cool. We need to knock that thing out as fast as we can.
All right, well, I'll run it over there.
Hustle it for us, because we're without it.
All right, man.
The outsourced chrome job should take 2 days. If it takes longer, the Martin brothers will have a problem. Joe's design may be top secret,
Big chopper, bright colors. Let's see what else we got.
but his English opponents still check out the Martin brothers website for clues.
Yeah, more of what you expect from
Yeah,
me.
more of what's out there kind of thing, and I suppose pretty typical
again,
of the
a lot
whole
of-
American style.
Yeah, a lot of, swoopy.
Builder Russell Mitchell and right-hand man Dan Hugh Jones try a little American trash talk.
I can't imagine either one of these are going to step outside of their
No, I'm sure.
realm of expertise.
Working out of California, the Englishmen consider themselves in exile, the name they give their operation in Los Angeles. Exile Cycles are bare-bones European muscle.
Our basic philosophy is very straightforward. It needs to be tough, it needs to be simple, it needs to be clean. It isn't about flashy paint, it isn't about lightning bolts carved into every available surface. It's all about the bike. Isn't it perfect if we hang it on that thing? We could cover up all this crap with it, that would be lovely.
Working behind enemy lines, the English are staking out their territory.
Ooh, very cool. Bradley, you've got it dirty.
I'm gonna be implicated for treason or something.
You're damn right, mate.
Russell employs American staff, but they follow English orders.
I build the bikes I want. I'm arrogant and opinionated, and I'm right, and anyone who doesn't like it, they're wrong. When we do these batteries, we put the acid in. We do not install the caps. We just sit them on top. We charge them, we discharge them, we charge them again before we put the caps down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, he's saying exactly what I thought we did, we do.
Russell left England in 1991 to make it big in Hollywood.
3 days start to finish before the caps get installed.
While waiting for calls, he played with custom bikes.
So yeah, that's basically the way we're dealing with the batteries. About 9 years ago, decided to do it part-time, make a little bit of extra cash when I was a struggling model, actor, bum in Hollywood, and started Exile Cycles, and it's just gone from strength to strength.
Hey, Russell, what are you doing?
Hi, man, how you doing?
Doing all right today, man.
Good, good, good. That bike I was telling you that we're bleeding to kick the ass of the Aussies and the Americans.
At Exile Cycles, Russell does minimal metal
We're
work.
going to take one of our sets of foot controls, and we're going to convert it, so it's going to be a foot clutch, but with a hand gear shift.
He comes up with the design and leaves the fabrication to trusted contractors.
Right, so we got the finished short caliper halves done, right?
Exile parts end up on English and American bikes.
And we got the big caliper halves in this machine, right?
Russell will build his entry with his stock parts, except for a new gear shift.
If you imagine the top of the clutch cable kind of looks like this, and then this would be your wire.
Right.
So I want to put a button head through there, but this is a big old figure out.
If he wins the build-off, Russell hopes to go commercial with this new
As
part.
soon as this bike kicks the Aussie Yankee collective ass, you know what I mean? Everyone's going to be wanting to do the hand shift, foot clutch. We'll be building nothing but for the next year.
Yeah, we can do that.
Back at his workshop, Russell starts with an off-the-shelf Exile frame and a few modifications.
Our frames Start life usually in a fairly basic form without too much of the bracketry. This one has a couple of things on the frame off of the shelf that I'm not going to use. So we're going to remove this here brake tab. And these two little bungs here, they're not doing any harm, but they're aesthetically, I'd rather they weren't there. So we're going to grind these off, weld this up, smooth it. So what you're left with is a bike that looks like the pure essence of a motorcycle. It's tough, it's clean, it's the guts of the bike.
Anything I can do to assist in a fine English style way?
You put the kettle on, mate.
Ah, we'll all have a cup of tea.
Yeah, right, exactly.
A world away, in the Australian outback, in a small town called Uralla, the third team warms up for the World Biker Build-Off.
We've told the Americans to their face, they're stale. They keep messing with the same design, just twitching it a bit, turn it upside down. They should throw the lot out the window and start again.
If the Aussies are outsiders, no one's told them.
A lot of the Yank bikes, I guess they follow the same lines, the same theme all the time, and just paint them all different colours. We're trying to do something a little different, add a little bit of creative artistry.
The boss again.
Builder Scotty Cox and business partner Grant Perkis build Australia's hottest choppers, taking their national title and also winning in Sturgis and Daytona.
So I've had an interest in bikes probably for 15 or 18 years. I started out as a fitter and turner by trade, and having to fix Harleys, I guess, when they broke down back in the old days, I always thought I could make a better part. Friends come along, they'd want the same sort of parts made for their bikes. Next thing you know, we're building whole bikes.
Hand-beaten, hand-polished alloy is a Scotty's chopper trademark.
There's no Bondo, there's no bog, there's no filler of any type. What you see is what you get.
Scotty badly wants to win this contest to put Australian bikes on the map. His plan, a bike with alloy armor.
It's going to have an alloy fuel tank, and it's going to have alloy panel work all over this section of the frame and the swing arm, so that the thing looks like it's made out of aluminium. I think this is the one.
Scotty starts with a blank canvas, turning 30 feet of steel tube into a frame.
This frame is a little different than normal frames because we only have a single front down tube instead of two, which a normal frame has. Very low seat height, very low bike, very long, very low.
Scott is the only one in the world that does the whole process, as in frame, fuel tank, oil tank, guards, handlebars, exhaust systems, the whole deal, all done in the one shop. I call all the rest of the bike builders, American included, bike assemblers.
The Aussies do share something with the Americans. Plans for a show-stopping down tube. But this artwork will double as an oil tank. Scotty hopes it's a world first.
We're filling all the bottom of this area in here for the oil tank. These pipes here are actually return lines for the oil. The oil fittings will come out of the motor, go in underneath here and back into this oil tank.
For his smooth, organic oil tank, Scotty turns to an old metalworking technique. He'll have to carve a mold for every piece of shaped alloy, all 14 of them.
It's a pretty tall order to build a bike at such short notice, especially one that's so involved with the hammer work and the time finishing. I'll work day and night over the next few weeks to get this done.
Go.
3 nations, 3 very different plans, and in just 5 weeks, only one winner.
All right, now I need to What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold this up, Mark. You.
Back in Dallas, with his featured down tube at the Chromers, Joe Martin moves on to the back end with engineer Mark Juarez.
Make sure this thing's gonna line up right. I mean, it's close. That's where it needs to be.
The rear of the bike will have a single-sided swing arm,
which will look kind of cool. One side of the wheel's open. You can see the entire thing.
and the suspension system will be removed.
The swing arm on this bike, which actually isn't gonna swing anymore, I welded it in solid. I kind of prefer the hardtails over the soft tails. They're just a little more fun to ride, I guess, and I guess it kind of makes you more badass if you can endure a hardtail, but people think it's kind of a waste to use a nice swing arm on a hardtail, but it ought to be pretty cool.
You know, we've got 4 weeks to do this build, and if it takes a week for me to get the part back, I don't know if we'll be able to get, you know, you see where I'm at?
The Martins' first obstacle. Their down tube hasn't returned from the Chromers, and Joe's worried.
I talked to Bradley. He said he's going to do his best to get it done in a timely fashion. So,
as long as he gets it done, we can't really move on. I got to take it out of the frame jig.
I told him in a week he wasn't going to do it, and he said he would try to have it done in a couple of days. So,
Joe has big plans for his front end, radical even by his standards. But he can't make a start without that lightning bolt down tube. At least the wheels arrive on time.
God! Check that out. Yeah, it looks like it's cut out of ice or something, man.
Joe's favorite wheel supplier hasn't let him down.
Check this out. That's bad, man. Sweet.
1 week into the build, and the drivetrain starts to take shape.
So here's a 6-speed that's built by Burt Baker. Fully chromed. It's a billet machine case. You need to see the workmanship in this thing. This thing will be a nice addition to this bike.
Good.
Yeah.
The engine hasn't arrived, so the Martins use a temporary replacement to align the wheel and gearbox.
I always prefer chains on my bikes. They're narrower than a regular rear drive belt, so it's easier to make things fit, and you know, they're strong. But I just like the look of them. It's kind of an old chopper thing, I guess.
Another part arrives from an unusual supplier.
And
chain sprocket there.
It's Exile.
Nice competitor.
Yeah.
you think he might have sabotaged it on us?
Joe's trying psychological warfare using an Exile brake caliper.
Could mill this Exile off and grind an M in there or something like that. Sure, Russ, appreciate that.
Can you turn it in to where the exile's on the inside?
Nah. We'll just have to show it proud, I guess. Man, that'll be something if I kick Russ's with his own parts, you know?
Here the Texas boys are using some of our parts, which, you know, sort of gives them an unfair advantage, really. You know what I mean? I thought it was them versus us, not us versus us. So put that in there so it doesn't scratch up the motor.
Russell Mitchell starts his drivetrain. And like the Martins, must work with a stand-in motor.
This is not our motor. We're still waiting for our knucklehead motor, so we got no choice but to move forward with the project. We've grabbed somebody else's motor. We're going to use this to mock up. We can certainly set our alignment, get our rear wheel in position using this motor, and hopefully the knucklehead motor will be here before we finish fab, because we will need that in this frame to get exhaust pipes made.
The 103 cubic inch knucklehead is a 1930s replica Harley Davidson, due for delivery just 2 weeks before Daytona. Russell's counting on it being the exact dimensions of his mock-up. If it isn't, he's in trouble.
Because of the time frame, we don't have the luxury of waiting for the rear wheel that's actually going to go in this bike. But rim width, tire size is going to be identical. So the wheel will basically be same as this wheel, our filthy mock-up wheel, only red rim, white wall tires, you know, different cosmetics. Is that Dylan wiggling everything?
Russell strives for the look of shrink-wrap muscle, each component stuffed into the frame.
Can you pull the axle back a hair with your other hand? The American bike build scene doesn't seem to include the word tough. Voila. You know, they want it pretty, or they want it shiny, or they want it this, or they want it expensive. But nobody seems to care that it looks like a tart's handbag. Nobody seems to care that it's, you know, a rolling Easter egg. It's not manly. It's one of our short Trojan rear fenders. Call it short because it hasn't got a lot of sidewall. We like to see a lot of this beefy back tire. I'm sure the other guys are going to be going low profile, which means a big diameter wheel with a little skinny side profile tire, which I personally think looks a little bit weak. We like a lot of tire.
Russell's obsession with a tight, fat fit calls for perfect fabrication.
We like to keep our clearances real tight rather than build a frame that's 2 foot wide to fit a 1 foot tire. We like our frame to look like, how the hell did you get that tire to fit in there in the first place? So our stuff looks real tight, like everything was jammed in. That's real important to us. Even when this tire gets super hot at mega high speeds, like our bikes always go, the tire won't grow and have an interference issue with the fender. There's nothing worse than slamming your fender, taking your bike up the road, the fender gets rubbed by the tire, the fender gets hot, your paint bubbles up, you strip your bike down, right?
Might get you to hold this, Rags, while we have a bit of a bash in here.
The Australian's revolutionary front-mounted oil tank takes shape.
A lot of times when you're trying to shape metal by hand like this, it's hard to shape one part without another part moving. I've just had a tack crack.
It's time-consuming, but it's what Scotty thinks he has to do to win.
A lot of our stuff we carve out of wood, so we can pretty much carve any shape, and the metal will beat over whatever shape we carve. So the possibilities are endless. That's something unique in the bike world. I want to eventually have all this so that it's all smooth and just looks like one piece of liquid metal.
A lot's riding on his technical skills. Any deformity means disaster.
When you're actually forming alloy like this, and this is all going to be polished, there'll be no Bondo or paint or anything to hide all the imperfections. What you'll see is what you get.
This part alone, only 10% of the panel work, has taken a week. Just 4 weeks to go. Will the Aussie bike be ready for Daytona?
1 of 3.
Yeah, well, there's only one in.
And there's another problem.
I have the pulleys. Where are the wheels?
Some crucial parts ordered from the US are missing.
They're probably still sitting up there. Or they're on another truck.
This is the problem you get with ordering things from overseas with no time frame for mess-ups. We have 1 pulley, 1 disc rotor, and no wheels.
A crisis is in the making. Without wheels, Scotty's build will soon grind to a halt.
Someone's either got a nice set of wheels sitting in the lounge room or they've misplaced them.
Scotty's success now appears lost somewhere between LA and the Australian outback.
Oh, man. What's going on? You do you?
In Texas, it's week 2 of the build, and Christmas comes early for the Martin brothers.
Unveiling Excalibur. Yeah, that was good. It's nice looking. All right. But I'm gonna go stick it in there. That's hot. That's real hot.
No, I think we ought to paint it instead.
Oh, you're killing me.
Jason and Cromer Bradley Shelby are happy. The only one left to weigh in is Joe.
That's awesome. That is slick. Boy, you clean that up, Bradley.
Spent a lot of time working inside of the curves in the radius. It threw real nice down on the bottom of it.
Yeah, I can't believe how slick you got it here, man.
You laid out beautiful curves for me, too, so it worked out real nice. You didn't make it a hard battle for me.
I can't imagine it coming out that slick, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's perfect, man.
It's going to be wicked.
That is going to be very wicked. Well, now we can throw the front end on it.
Now he can start on his radical front end.
I guess the original concept for the front end was I wanted to make the bike look like a old lowrider bicycle. And I can remember when I was in junior high, these kids would have these little lowrider bikes, you know, and all tricked out, and they had these front ends. They're kind of like a Springer front end, but they had these just long sweeping lines. They had a radius, and the wheel come up. I thought, man, I've always thought that would be cool on a motorcycle.
A front end with a bend. Joe's never tried it before.
Man, let's take it out and check it out.
To make it even more complicated, Joe wants to use an old-fashioned Springer suspension. He has got to cut and bend 4 tubes, all to the same radius.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. I like it right there. You know, you're kind of doing this stuff in the dark sometimes. I kind of wanted to take a chance with this opportunity doing this contest. I wanted to do something really radical, and I didn't want to just try to be safe, and I don't know if it's going to work. Up, just a little bit, Marky. A little bit more. Right there. Yeah, that's it, man.
With the curves done, time to cut the original Springer.
Don't know exactly how you're going to do it. To show me some drawings you had in mind for this.
Yeah.
But first, some advice from the Springer's creator, Vince Dahl.
What I was wanting to do is go cut right here where this inch tubing straightens out.
Right.
And then down here on the end, cut it right here.
Right.
And that can roll down.
Okay, good.
But I was wanting to put a radius tubing, roll some radius pieces, and then maybe lathe a couple little slugs, put them in there so we get the strength back and repolish it. What do you think it'd do?
I don't know if I'd want to cut on it. This is all chrome moly.
Right.
It's a pretty heavy wall. Why don't you take this thing apart and take this over to your buddy and put half interlaid and roll it as one piece instead of cutting on it anymore. That way I think it'd be stronger.
Right, but I was wanting to...
Vince is unconvinced. His final advice, don't cut.
Yeah, well, any manufacturer's probably going to advise that we don't cut their product up, but that's kind of the whole thing about it, you know, taking this stuff and cutting it up and changing it around a little bit. But I think once we get the rake and trail set up on it, I think the front end's going to be fine.
It's just customer number on the. See what it comes up as.
7,000 miles from his U.S. supplier, Grant Purkis is on the hunt.
That's the only way we can do it?
Just 3 weeks to go. The Aussie build will soon be at a standstill if Grant can't find his wheels.
You hold that there for me, Rags.
It takes a lot to make this place work, as in you've got to keep the materials and everything up to Scott.
Take that.
He's the man that does it. And if he's held up, we're all held up. And we have to look after him. They just released their wheels from customs and they're going to dispatch them this afternoon, but they won't send them on to us till I put the money in the bank this afternoon for the freight.
How much?
$1,200.
Can you buy an extra wheel for $1,200?
Checkbook in hand, Grant's off to the airport.
It's from a high to a low to a high.
Let's hope there's not another low, like a busted wheel or a scratched wheel after coming all the way from the US. Let's hope. These are these wheels I've been waiting on. They're all mine. Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you very much. No, they open them here, I'll wait till I get home. I'm that excited. Look, mate, wheels. At last, we have wheels.
Today is a very exciting day. I just can't believe it.
They're intact. There's no damage, no dents, no scratches. Now we've got nearly everything.
Scotty's lost 3 days. Time to catch up. To speed things along, the Aussies unleash their secret weapon.
I've built quite a few machines here, and it's taken a lot of the time out of building.
You gotta work smarter, not harder.
In a few minutes, Scotty's custom machines turn out fenders, or as they call them in Australia, mudguards.
Front mudguard roller, which is made out of, this piece is a shot put ball. You remember that at school? Well, we've thrown it into the mudguard roller, machined all the rest of the parts, bearings, chains, all the workings, adjustments, which the end result is a front mudguard.
To actually make something like this with hammers and an English wheel would probably take you 2-3 hours. And that's taken a minute.
Will Aussie ingenuity put them back on track? Or has the delay destroyed their chance at the title? The showdown in Daytona is just 3 weeks away. Rats Hole is America's biggest bike show. Each year, 500,000 visitors from around the world come for Bike Week. For the World Biker Build-Off, these fans will vote for one of 3 machines. Their origins kept secret until the votes are counted. Englishman Russell Mitchell, with his pre-designed parts, is cruising.
Our stuff looks real tight, like everything was jammed in. That's real important to us.
He thinks his bare-bones, tight-fit muscle machine will be ready well ahead of schedule.
The plan, man. Dial it in, get it right first time.
Aussie Scotty Cox takes a harder route.
I've just had a tack crack.
Building a hand-beaten bare metal monster from the ground up.
And this is all going to be polished. There's no room for imperfections.
He's already lost time on the one part of the bike he thought would be easy.
No wheels.
America's Joe Martin is betting it all on his radical front end.
It's got to work as good as it looks.
Against the manufacturer's advice.
I don't know if I'd want to cut on it. It's all chrome moly.
He's chopping up his front forks and adding his own curves.
Kind of the whole thing about it, you know, taking this stuff and cutting it up and changing it around a little bit.
It could spell disaster. The stakes are high for the World Biker Build-Off. Englishman Russell Mitchell's off-the-shelf Exile parts are an easy fit.
Classic, mate. Classic. Let me crank this guy up a little bit, give me a little bit of a vibe of it's finished. Look at that. Note the beautiful way, the gap at the back of the seat matches the gap at the front of the seat. It's technology, mate.
With fabrication going smoothly, Russell gets artistic.
And I thought because she's pretty and I thought maybe she could be a play.
He brings in design expert Greg James.
But basically, here's just a little tracing in a smaller scale.
Cool.
So you kind of see it laid out.
Russell wants something eye-catching for Daytona.
like the pillow idea because that could be decorated and could be colorful and it kind of offset the size going on.
They're not talking about Russell's bike.
There you go. That's my ass. Look.
They're talking about Russell's back.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tattoos are an exile tradition.
This is Dylan, the best welder in this competition by far. He's also got a 32 Ford that he's just dying to show us. Here we go, look at that. Fine work.
I got my Doves of War. We're sort of halfway through this.
Have this lovely old school piece right here.
Fine traditional work, that is. Note how well the colour's still holding up. Got any more?
I do.
Strip naked, but good to see you shaved your stomach just for the day, mate. Excellent work, nice. Who else likes to take their t-shirt off at the drop of a hat? Oh, wait, there we are.
I've only got one tattoo, mate.
And let's have a little look at it, can we?
A work in progress.
Let's have the bad news. How much is this gonna set you back by the time you're done?
So far I am $15,000 into it and probably be about 40 or 50 once it's done.
So, ballpark, it's gonna be about what one of our bikes cost. Your choice. Me, I'd go with the bike.
Man, it doesn't feel really good to cut up a high-dollar front end like this.
Almost halfway into the build, Joe Martin takes his biggest gamble yet.
It's all about the chopper thing. You know, you gotta chop stuff, you gotta sacrifice stuff.
His reputation's built on radical design, but is this going too far?
I just hope it goes down the road good and then I don't kill myself, but I think we'll be all right.
He's grafting curved fork tubes onto his Springer suspension.
Fill that gap up with weld and that'll be plenty stout.
It's his Frankenstein front end.
You just gotta be careful with what you're doing to make sure it's always not just different just for the sake of being different. You gotta make sure it still looks good by the time you're done.
He has to match 4 perfect curves.
Now this gap needs to be snugged up a little here, Marky.
Joe's trying to make sure we don't fall behind by always pushing it and going so insane with the bikes.
Marky, back it up just a little bit more. Look at it from that side, Marky, see what you think.
Hey, move your hand right there. Yeah, look straight to me.
Yeah, that's right on right there. That's perfect.
The one-of-a-kind Springer's ready for the big test. How will it look on the bike? Soon, Joe will know if he's created a masterpiece or a monster. "9,000 miles away, the Australians are behind schedule. They're on double shift. Scotty's still working the alloy, Grant and his assistant Rags on the drivetrain.
This is our gearbox. It's a Baker, 6-speed. Ride drive. This is the new generation gearbox, which will accommodate these new wheels.
Being that we're from such an isolated area in a country on the other side of the world from where the main chopper building goes on, people tend to think that anybody who was any good would come from a major centre. But quite the opposite is true. In fact, a lot of well-known people in the world originally came from remote areas.
It's the components in a fuel tank. That's the top. And these two get welded together. They'll form a front. That piece goes on the top, and those other two pieces go on the sides, and that's a fuel tank. I like building fuel tanks. We've got it all jigged up and worked out. The way they always turn out is pretty awesome. We like it. This is going to be a little different than what we normally do because it's going to be much longer and thinner. Normally our tanks are a bit shorter and fatter, but it'll be good fun. If you do a good weld, you should get a good penetration like this on the backside, because you don't want your fuel tank to leak. There's a lot of people out there building fuel tanks, but I don't think any fuel tanks that are being built are quite up to the standard of what we're doing.
The English are far ahead of the Americans and Australians. Russell's minimalist, pre-designed parts need only slight adjustments.
Looks good my side. How's it yours? Cool. We've skimmed the underside of the light. We've tapped some holes in the bottom here. We're going to mount it up here. We're going to mark around it with a pen, drill, put some bolts in, weld those bolts in place. Permanent light on the fender.
This rear light is the closest thing to a feature for an exile cycle.
I love rigids. We build bikes to look good, and you can't get a cleaner look than a rigid. Looks good to me. What do you think? So it's a totally rideable ride. It's got the big fat tires, so there's plenty of cushion in that. It's plenty comfortable, and it's clean, and it's simple, and as old school and as hardcore as you can get.
In contrast to the Americans, Russell chooses a short, traditional front end.
You got it, dude. A set of our stainless steel 1 1/4 inch bent stainless. We're gonna run ape hangers on this because it's old school and it's tough, and ain't no girly boys here at Exile Cycles. Honest. And I'm gonna weld on these little guys. These are what we call our integral risers, little threaded stubs that allow us to bolt the bars pretty much straight to the front end without risers, without any additional clamping mess. Keeps it super clean. Once the bike's done, you'll see how clean these bars are gonna be. No levers, no nothing, just bars, grips. Excellent.
After a week's work, Joe finally finishes his radical design.
And it worked out really good. And things look cool. I thought it'd look a little obnoxious at first and a little, a little goofy. And I thought, man, I'm gonna go with this. It's gonna be really cool.
Joe admires his handiwork. It's Jason's first look.
What do you think? That's probably the craziest bike I've ever seen.
Kangaroo steaks and sausages with a little onion, tomato sauce on bread, the Australian stable diet.
In Australia, business manager Grant Perkis cooks.
Doesn't get any better.
While Scotty and Rags fabricate.
I would say that's about as good as it gets. You just moved.
A lot of it we're actually inventing as we go. I think our bike will win purely based on the creativity that went into it. The sweat and the carpal tunnel and the hours.
A lot of guys fiberglass seat bases. They actually put down a piece of plastic and they'll lay down sheets of fiberglass and resin and fiberglass and resin. And they bugger around for a day. Pretty much the only way to get the shape of that thing is just to put it on the bike and bash it.
Then, just when the Aussies start making progress,
We've just had about 2 inches of rain in about half an hour. And I don't think any roof's good enough to hold that. It's down.
Where's that coming in?
That corner.
This could be big trouble. Will a flooded workshop stop the build? Out here, it can rain for weeks.
This is Australia's volatile weather.
The Aussies' hopes are sinking.
See this? This is a beautiful spot of Californian weather. I don't know what they're on about. I mean, they think this is raining.
Summer down our way, right?
I know.
This is the best day of July down our way, where we come
more than
from.
this. I don't know why I'm wearing so much, actually.
Don't know why they whine so much, these
Yeah, I was
foreigners.
going to wear my shorts.
Bloody hell, they should all move out if they don't like it.
Anyway, got to go now. Just outside in the rain.
Well, thanks for playing.
Nice and
Spirits are high at Exile Cycles, and with just 2 weeks to go, they've got time to kill.
Next time you see it this close together, it's going to be looking beautiful. Gonna have a satin black fender, molded in tail light, all one piece, real beautiful, trimmed up real nice. Seat's gonna be a beautiful tan, hand-laced, Eagle logo, beautiful. Satin black gas tank with some fat old school flames, white blending into silver with a satin red pinstripe to pick up the red in the tires, white wool tires, super clean bars, probably gonna go satin black with the bars, satin black frame, gonna have our beautiful 103-inch knucklehead motor. Real cool, real 50s hot rod, old school, tough as can be. It's gonna be the business. The dog's bollocks, mate. Eat your heart out.
Just trying to decide if I like it or not.
In Texas, the mood is very different.
What do you think? It's just a little late, but I just don't think it should be that long. See, that was the thing. I didn't know how long it was going to be. It's crazy looking, man. It's insane. I mean, I like the looks of the front end. Don't know if I like the looks of it with the style of the metal and everything on this. What are you going to do? I don't know. We're just kind of eyeballing it. I think he may have pushed that one just a little far, but that was the first time I've ever seen one not pan out into something really beautiful by the time it was done. So grab, use Jim's tank off his frame. Bring it over here, man. I mean, it's close, isn't it? It looks a little bit better, doesn't it?
It's like giving it a haircut to make its nose not look so big.
The Americans could be in trouble. After working for a week on the front end, they may be moving backwards.
Herman Munster, man.
I know, it's just like, whoa.
But if the teams think they're having trouble now, the World Biker Build-Off has a lot more in store. It's a race to Judgment Day.
We encountered a little problem.
Tension.
Man, what a boy.
Frustration.
I don't know why they're not working.
And disappointment.
Oh, now that's a real problem.
I'd rather not go this route.
Will they even make it to Daytona? On the next episode
I can't get your off the phone.
of the World Biker Build-Off.
I'm just running out of time. I just need some help, man.